Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Nadeau with you on a 10-race Saturday card. It's a good one as well. We've got two stakes for you, the Musical Romance in the carryback. We've also got the Rainbow Six in race number 5, estimated jackpot $75,000. Let's turn it upstairs to track announcer Pete Aiello for the course and the weather conditions.
The weather, warm, partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the low 90s. The main track fast, the Tapeta track fast, no turf racing till next week. In the first race, scratch the 4, Majestic Noir. Scratch the 6, Kai's Law. Racing at Gulfstream. From the far outside, Noah's Pride was quick to begin. Thomas is after Fuoco Vivo for speed. Away in third is Buquero's Dude. War Warrior finds himself in the 4th position, racing ahead of the Nano Man. At the inside, Lodato, the early trailer, Message from the King. Speed is on up front. Fuoco Vivo on the inside. Noah's Pride to the outside. They're locked up heads apart. Noah's Pride still has the lead. Fuoco Vivo fights on toward the rail second. They've opened 3. Buquero's Dude is now third. Lodato together with War Warrior, they're 4th and 5th. Then Message from the King, and the Nano Man is now last. They reach the top of the stretch, a quarter of a mile from home. David Baracco and Noah's Pride let out a notch to lead by 2.5 with a quarter of a mile to go. From between horses, Lodato angles off the heels of Fuoco Vivo. War Warrior down the stand side. They're 1/8 of a mile from home. The leader is Noah's Pride by 2. Ducking to the inside of him is War Warrior. At the inside of both of them is Lodato. Just yards to go for the leader, Noah's Pride, but he's shortening up. Here in between is War Warrior. He gets the last call. War Warrior well timed by Gonzalez for the money. Lodato second, Noah's Pride third, then Message from the King in 103 and 4. Ready for the early pick 4. And they're off. Good start from between horses for Bold and Breezy, who's headed off for the early advantage. Bold and Breezy in front early. Up on the outside, Never Say Never now races from second. Down at the inside, it's Full Nelson, and in between horses, the Honeyman. And Amnestic is on the outside of him en route to the opening quarter. Up front, Bold and Breezy by a length. Never Say Never second. Full Nelson is third. KC Chief angles for a run. Far outside. And Amnestic, the trailer of the Honeyman. No pace on. 25 and 1 for the opening quarter speed. Less than 6 furlongs to go. Never Say Never up to Badger, Bold and Breezy. Angle to the clear. Pena has KC Chief racing on the hip of the leader. Racing in third. At the inside, it's Full Nelson. Then it's Amnestic. And the trailer is the Honeyman. En route to the final half mile, the leader is Bold and Breezy. He's there at a big price, a length in front of Never Say Never second. KC Chief is third, and Amnestic's on the outside 4th. Coaxed along a touch now. Camacho after Full Nelson to hold his ground, and the trailer's the Honeyman. He's part of this, and they're all part of this, with 3 furlongs remaining. The leader is still Bold and Breezy. They have to go get him. He went 49 and 2 for the opening half mile. He's trying to braven up. Up to second goes KC Chief, working harder, Never Say Never. And Amnestic is still on the bridle, but he's giving up a ton of ground. At the inside, Full Nelson, then the Honeyman. They race to the top of the stretch. Plenty of hopes here. Bold and Breezy, a long shot leader as they straighten for the drive. And Amnestic starts to try to get to him. In between horses, KC Chief at the rail, Full Nelson. When will they catch Bold and Breezy? Never might be the answer. He's 40 to 1. It's Bold and Breezy who springs the upset, a giant upset to kick off the early pick 4. Close for second, Full Nelson or KC Chief. Then it's Amnestic, 141 flat.
Any success that we've enjoyed is directly attributable to the men and women who first bring horses to us to sell. You got to have good product. If we're able to attract quality horses to our sale with quality men and women selling them, we're going to have good sales. Everything that we do is going to be to achieve success tomorrow by doing things right today. It's a commitment to get up and do the right thing every day in a consistent and a professional fashion, and that's a great recipe for success long term.
And they're off. Favorites off last, Mindful Grace. Good start, Baronia heading off for the early advantage, sent through at the rail, still surprising. In between them, it's Victoria's Secret in the white blinkers. Behind the speed, race favorite Mindful Grace looks for somebody to follow. Hit Music is on the far outside with Memory of My Life next. The early trailer is Starship Spectacle. Past the half-mile marker and moving to the far turn. Up between horses, Victoria's Secret, Baronia to take her on. Husband's getting ready to feed racetrack to the favorite Mindful Grace. She's into third. Backpedaling still surprising ahead of Hit Music as the three favorites will settle the score with 5/16 to run. The leader is Baronia, held together by Pena, on top a length and a quarter. From the outside of her is Mindful Grace, given the green light to try to reel her in. Down at the inside, it's Victoria's Secret. They're on their way home. Out in the center, here's Mindful Grace. She does have a kick, and she's now in front. Victoria's Secret is back to second. Starship Spectacle running home. She looks like she'll get second, but the favorite's a winner. It's Mindful Grace, and jockey Micah Husbands reporting home a 4-length winner. Starship Spectacle second. Victoria's Secret third. Hit Music finish fourth. And they're off. The favorite was away quickly from the inside draw. Sky Over Kingston blasting off the mark to head for the early advantage. Practically Famous is second. Miss Magical's an early third. Two back to Evanora, who situates herself fourth with an inside run, and the trailer is Brenna. They head to the opening quarter. Sammy Camacho working way out the center on Sky Over Kingston. She's odds on and in front. Practically Famous is latched on to her second. Farther out, Miss Magical third. Evanora slides through at the inside, only a length and a half off the leader, and two in front of Brenna. Opening quarter soft, 23 and 2. They're round the far turn. Practically Famous giving Sky Over Kingston all she wants. These two now 2.5 lengths in front of Evanora, who rallies into third. Miss Magical back to fourth, and Brenna is last. Camacho lets out a notch on Sky Over Kingston. She maintains her lead. She leads by half a length. Practically Famous has done everything she can, but her bid is stalled. Into the clear comes Evanora, then Miss Magical. They're on their way home. They went 46 seconds flat for the opening half mile. They're into the drive. Sky Over Kingston with 2 lengths in hand. Down the center, Evanora. Farther out, Miss Magical. They're getting to the favorite. Here comes Evanora, rising forward to take the lead. Miss Magical surging into second. The favorite's been softened up, and she's destined for third. Evanora driven out. Evanora in front. Miss Magical second. Sky Over Kingston faded to third, then Practically Famous. And Brenna, 118 flat. Ready for a start. And they're off. In the white blinkers, Power Humor was away alertly. Brother Brad, the veteran campaigner, moves up on his outside, and down at the inside, Bay of Bengal. The chess match is on early en route to the opening quarter. It's Power Humor in between horses, Bay of Bengal along the rail, and Brother Brad. Look at this. They're almost lined up across the course here as they link up with the main course. Pace could be a quick one here as there's no rest for the weary. The opening quarter complete. At the inside, Bay of Bengal leads in just 24 and 2, so not that taxing a fraction. Power Humor is second and Brother Brad is third. Herrera deciding whether he wants to try to back off and give a breather to the third horse en route to the half-mile point. It's Bay of Bengal, the other one from Sanchez's barn, in front by half a length. Now the first to come under pressure is Power Humor. He's asked to quicken a long way from home. Still on the bridle, 3 wide is Brother Brad. They went the half in 47 seconds flat. They're still across the course. Inside position to Bay of Bengal, but he has to do the most work to hold the lead. Meanwhile, Brother Brad gets to clear air on the outside. In between them, Power Humor. He's emboldened by the challenge and has kicked right on with it here. So all 3 across the course as they reach the top of the stretch. A quarter of a mile remains. Brother Brad, make no mistake about it, he loves to win races and he knows how to do so. He turns for home at the outside of his stablemate Bay of Bengal, who tries to fight on. Back to third, it's Power Humor. He's officially put up the white flag. So Amador Sanchez is now 1-2, and of the 2, it's Brother Brad with his ears up. He's trying to give Bay of Bengal a minor chance, but make no mistake about it, Brother Brad knows what he's doing, and he's in front. Brother Brad, he idled late, and he won it in half a length over Bay of Bengal, second in Power Humor in 1:39.1.
At the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance, we believe in giving every thoroughbred a second chance.
And thanks to you, the owners, trainers, breeders, and every supporter, you've created a ripple effect of change that's helping these magnificent animals move on to new careers and safe, fulfilling lives after racing.
Every single donation, whether big or small, is contributing to a brighter future.
But this race is just beginning. Because of you, we have gained incredible momentum and we're ready for more.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Exquisite was away good enough, and she's going to reach out for early command. She'll get it, too. Exquisite for a narrow lead. Second, Lady Summer. Third, Street Belle. 3 back to Whirl-A-War. The trailer, Mrs. Candace O. With a lot of hope in her hooves, it's Exquisite working way off the inside under jockey Micah Husbands, but she is in front. She's at about the 8 lane. What's she doing out there? Lady Summer is second with Street Belle third at the inside, 2 better than Whirl-A-War, and the trailer, Mrs. Candace O. Past the half-mile marker and moving to the far turn, they drilled the quarter, 22-1. Exquisite trying to kick into another gear. She's opened a 4-length lead in a hurry. Street Belle is on the chase, and she's going to take up the slack to take it second now from Lady Summer, who's back to third. Then Whirl-A-War and Mrs. Candace O. No turning back now for Exquisite. She's still in front by 5 lengths over Street Belle second. Whirl-A-War is about to run into third as Lady Summer puts up the white flag. Mrs. Candace O, no factor here. Street Belle has a chance at the favorite. Off the turn and the stretch drive, the leader is Exquisite, but Street Belle has tons of momentum, moves on through to take over. It's Street Belle, the favorite, did too much too soon, and Street Belle is gone. It's Street Belle and jockey Jonathan Ocasio running up the score to win it by 6 or 7. Exquisite is languishing late. She's going to lose second at the wire to Whirl-A-War, so the favorite is third, 117-1. And they're off. Beauty Bolt off a step slow. Maitre D wins the break from the outside, moving up between horses. Readier tries to go with him. Down at the rail, Santo Dios. Out in the center is Fast Fixer, and after the bad break, the trailer is Beauty Bolt. En route to the half-mile station, it's Maitre D on top. Vasquez takes a rainfall. Now Readier comes to call on the outside second. They've gone a length and a half better than Fast Fixer, who's now third, 3 in front of Santo Dios, and Beauty Bolt is last. They have 5/16 to run. Maitre D confronted for the advantage by Readier. They're 2.5 lengths better than Fast Fixture, who tries to rally off the in-battle duo in third. Santo Dios gets a rally together at the inside from fourth, and Beauty Bolt is last as they straighten for the drive. On the outside, Readier toward the inside. Maitre D locked up heads apart with 1/8 of a mile to go. 3 back to outside and Fast Fixture trying to level off. Now they're a 16th from home. Readier, Maitre D, they continue to spar. Readier, Maitre D's coming back! Maitre D came back to win it. Readier second, Fast Fixer third, Santo Diaz fourth, and 56-2. And they're off in the carryback stakes. Good start from between for Wayne's Law, ridden for the early advantage. Trying to take him on from the inside is Langvad, and up on the outside, 100 Kings. So the 3 favorites get acquainted very early here. 100 Kings for a narrow lead. Langvad attacks from second, and Wayne's Law backs off after an early leave attempt. He's now third. At the inside, Sonic Surge is now fourth, and the trailer is Move, Jesse, Move. They look like they are moving on the top end. The opening quarter was 22-2. It's Langvad and Micah Husbands in front by half a length. 100 Kings is second. Up the inside, Sonic Surge third. Wayne's Law getting ready to angle and go on a move from fourth. Back to the inside, Move, Jesse, Move as they round the forward turn. Langvad starts to braven up. His lead is a length and a quarter. 100 Kings working harder, trying to go get him. At the inside, Sonic Surge from fourth, it's Wayne's Law. 5/16 away. The leader, Langvad, he's got him stretched out behind him. Second, driven hard, 100 Kings. He's not done trying, but his back's against the wall now. Outside, it's Wayne's Law. They're on their way home. It's Langvad in the carryback. He turns in on top. 100 Kings is second. From the outside, Wayne's Law is now third. They're 1/8 of a mile from home, and Langvad has the lead. 100 Kings is trying very hard, but that's not going to cut it. It's Langvad to the finish in front. At 6-5, the carryback goes to Langvad. He's 2.5 lengths better than 100 Kings, with Wayne's Law third in 123-1. Carryback stakes winner, Langvad. They're off. Racing and the musical romance handicap. Messy starts for both Galop d'Hermé and Braganza. Good start for Carrie's Kiss, headed right off for the early advantage. Moving out the rail, that's Cooey. Away third is Indy Bay, so Safi's 1-2-3 early. A gap of 2.5 to Braganza, racing ahead of Just a Philly, and after a bad break, Galop d'Hermé is last. En route to the half-mile point, Cooey on the inside, Carrie's Kiss on the outside. They're locked up heads apart. Indy Bay ponders a course of action down toward the inside and a joint third. Braganza for company on her outside. Then it's back to the far outside, Just a Philly, and the trailer remains Galop d'Hermé. They speed around the far turn, and Carrie's Kiss tries to get away. 22-3, not a taxing opening quarter. Carrie's Kiss to the 5/16 by 3. From out of the crowd, the big favorite Indy Bay is second, but her stablemate is loose through a 44-4 opening half mile. It's Carrie's Kiss who goes to the top of the stretch, 2.5 lengths in front. In a more earnest position now is Indy Bay trying to get on track. These two off the turn, well clear of the others. They're an eighth of a mile from home. It's Carrie's Kiss in front. Indy Bay charging at her, but time running out. Carrie's Kiss is finding enough. Carrie's Kiss by 3. Indy Bay out of time. Another favorite up in smoke. Carrie's Kiss wins. Indy Bay second, Just a Philly third, Cooey fourth in 1:15-1. And runners away. Captain Eddie away quickly, so was Augustinian. Driving through at the rail, built by Kozan. Neonates in the middle. Sticky McSchnickens hung out on a limb. He's way out. Sabian is second last, and 30-pound Test slow into stride. Last of all, chasing Built by Kozan with half a mile to go. Built by Kozan and Micah Husbands by a head. Neonates second, Augustinian third. Roughed up out wide, Sticky McSchnickens. Sliding through at the inside is Sabian. Shuffling back is Captain Eddie, and the trailer is 30-pound Test. 22 seconds for the opening quarter. Augustinian making a 3-wide sweep after Built by Kozan and Neonate. Fourth while wide the whole way, Sticky McSchnicken. Sabian, he looks to tip and roll for Camacho. Widest of all, Captain Eddie, then 30-pound Test. Off the turn and the stretch drive. Augustinian roused forward here by Diego Herrera with the lead a length and a quarter. From between horses, Sabian far outside Captain Eddie. Sabian's getting on track at the perfect time, and he's the winner. It's Sabian and Sammy Camacho in the colors of Vicente Stella Stable by 3 in the end. Augustinian was second, Sticky McSchnickens third, then Neonate and 30-pound Test, 103-3.
That's a wrap on the 10-race Saturday card. We're back with you on Sunday to close out another 3-day race week, and we've got a mandatory Rainbow 6 on the 9-race card. That'll kick off in race number 4. Early post of 12:20 p.m. Where else would you rather be than beautiful Gulfstream Park?